Hi Pisces, this is your general Vedic astrology forecast for the month of September 2014. Now this only applies to you if you have the moon or ascendant placed in the sign of Pisces in Vedic astrology. If you're not sure about this, just visit my website and generate your Vedic astrology birth chart to find out where your moon and ascendant are placed in the Vedic system of astrology. Now, if they're placed in different signs, I would suggest listening to both signs for the forecast because they will both apply to you with a little more weight given to the moon sign. Now, Pisces, as you probably already know, Jupiter, the planet that rules your sign, is placed exalted in the 5th house of Cancer, and it will be there for about a year. Thinking about children is probably on your mind if that is one of your goals. But one of the things that really stands out is that Jupiter rules both your 1st and 10th house. What this tells me is that your reputation and even to an extent some fame is in your favor, and it probably has to do with work or career. Exalted Jupiter is aspecting your 11th house of financial gains, while at the same time your 11th Lord Saturn is also exalted in your 8th house of sudden gains and windfalls. These couple of months are probably the time in which you have been noticing these sudden financial gains as never before. Mercury will be in its exalted sign of Virgo until the 19th of the month in your 7th house of special bonds and relationships. Therefore, things will be looking good in this area of life in a general way for the first half of the month. However, Rahu is also there with Mercury, and when Mercury leaves and Venus enters the sign on the 23rd, you may begin feeling a little apprehensive and doubtful regarding relationships. There may be some insecurities on your part and general misunderstandings. As a result, you may feel inclined to indulge a bit in certain things pertaining to Venus, and this could include relationships and generally even sex. Be very mindful what you do and do not get lost in a world of fantasy regarding relationships during this time. Right from the beginning of the month, Mars goes into his own sign of Scorpio in your 9th house. This is a good placement for you if you decide to do any traveling during the month of September. Traveling will be good if it happens before the 23rd of the month, before Venus enters the sign of Virgo, which is its least favorite sign. Other things will stand out with Mars being in your 9th house of Scorpio, and you may feel inclined to fight for a special cause, especially a cause regarding some high ideals you may have. You will be feeling very passionate about this during this month, and there will also be some general prosperity and happiness for you. Well, guys, this was a very general forecast for Pisces for the month of September 2014. Stay tuned for additional forecasts, and thank you for watching.